Okay, there we go. Hi. Right, so a little bit of an announcement before I actually start writing. You can see. Oh wait, you can't see. Hold on. Yeah, and Right, let me just. I can't scroll this, huh? All right. Anyways, it's chapter 30. I was like halfway through, but anyways, I want to just thank everybody for the support. I was not expecting like a very, kind of like a spike of collections and readership and everything. It's like, I thought it would take longer to reach 10,000 reads, but apparently in the last few days, I think I hit it yesterday. So I managed to hit 10,000 views. And let me see, what is it sitting at today? Hold on, let me just refresh because I wasn't expecting it. Oh my god. It was like 10,000 like probably yesterday or something, and then after that today is like what, 12,000 coming 13,000 views. I was like, holy shit. And I'm sitting at past 50 collections right now. So the next goal is actually to get 100 collections. Collections is when you actually add the book to the library. Yeah, I'm still looking for more reviews because comments, reviews, and all those things like votes, they actually do help, right? So anyways, I want to share with everyone a new, not really new, like a personal difference from this WSA in 2024 versus the last time that I did it, which is like a couple of years ago, like 3-4 years ago on web novel itself. Yes, so I'm like a second gen writer on web novel. I've been here for like quite a long time, I would say that. Let me just check. When did I complete Monarch of Solitude? The last chapter was 2 years ago, but I started it 3 years ago. Yeah, so a lot of things have changed. So far, what I did notice that is different is I don't know whether it's the genre or like web novel has a new system, but it's really interesting. So the growth has been astounding. Let me just check. Murim's Weakest Princess. When did I start this? Hold on. Okay, so officially it's like 16 days ago, which is about 2 weeks. So approximately in 2 weeks, it is actually possible for you to hit 10,000 views and 50 collections. So I don't know if this is the regular speed and if this is fast or if this is regular, but oh wow, I was like stunned. But anyway, so I will be writing this, but I will not be doing the MGS. So for those of you who are seasoned authors of web novel, or if you are contracted, and then you will know, right? So there is this thing called MGS, and MGS basically is like a minimum guarantee system. So previously, you just have to work hard, and then web novels like, here's your paycheck, 200 USD every month for like the first 4 months. It's like supplementing your income because you need time to build out a reader base that pays you. And then they changed it like last December, which I think I did a stream about on this channel as well. So they changed it to, you need to sell minimally. You have to earn 60 USD every month for like the first 4 months, and then we will pay you this 200 USD. So it's like they give you an additional bonus of 140, but they're like, if you are exceptionally well to do, you earn above 200 USD, we will give you a bonus of extra 200 USD for that. Which honestly sounds great if you're like the top 100 writers or something like that. I don't know. I don't really know now in FL how it works, like female lead, because this is like my first FL in how many years. Holy shit, I don't actually write FL on web novel. I don't actually write FL at all. I write BL, not so much FL. I have a few books that is FL, but I rather write BL than FL. But anyway, so it is classified as FL, female lead, but no romance. Or rather, the romance is gonna come in like super late, like probably way past chapter 100, which I haven't planned that because I just want to enjoy the journey. But anyways, so they say minimum daily word count that you have to upload is 1,500, and I was like, you know what, web novel for FL on Good Novel itself, they recommend 600 to 1,000 words for a chapter. And you're like, oh, for all our premium means locked chapters, for all the chapters that the readers have to pay, you need a minimum of 1,000 words. So I was talking to this editor, right? My assigned editor for Murim Princess is actually Hongwen. She is pretty much like your regular office drone, so she knows her stuff, but at the same time, she is not really, helping out the writers. It's just business. So she said, well, the readers on web novel needs 1,000 words and we're not doing any lower because we'll be spoiling the expectation and you're doing yourself a disservice if you're writing less than 1,000 words for a chapter. Okay, please note, if you check translated works on web novel for FL section, there are those that are like 400 words per chapter and they sell so well. I don't understand the difference here. But I'm not gonna question it because I'm not web novel, I am not the management, I am not the content editor, and I don't think they honestly care. So this is something that I realized they haven't changed. They're still very much the capitalist tyrant, which I'm too tired to fight. So I'm just gonna go with the system and yeah, I don't think I'm going to prolong the book just because of, you know, profit lines. I am gonna write the way it is meant to be without dragging on the quantity for the quality. So I'm gonna maintain quality. I don't hit 1,500 words per chapter because I usually don't. It's about 1,003. It's about 1,002. Sometimes it's 800 because it's like a scene, you know? Web novel chapters are basically scenes. They're not like actual book chapters. No, they don't do that because if I did that, it would be done in like 40, 50 chapters. But you gotta make this like about 100,000 word long. Minimally 100,000 word long. So if I were to calculate this, it's about 4 months worth of daily uploads. Yeah, so it's all the way until September and just nice. WSA 2024 ends in September, so which means I have enough time to do these daily upload things. But I also was told by the editor that, you know, a lot of people, they have this new system right now. It's called golden ticket, something like that. Yeah, so the golden ticket thing is when people buy a membership subscription for web novel itself, and then they get this golden ticket. It's like a one very special vote that is a pay to win strategy that a lot of writers, including top writers, they are trying to buy people's golden tickets by saying, if I reach X number of golden tickets, I'm gonna do a mass release. And then I decided myself, I was like, you know what, that's bullshit to me. So I wrote in my author's note, I don't know which chapter it is now, I forgot. But anyways, I wrote that I'm going to do a mass release at 100 collections just because I can and I want to because you guys are amazing and not because you guys have money. So I guess I'm a little bit different from the rest of the writers and I will continue doing this, right? So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy because this is my first time doing Eastern fantasy. Like when I was young, I watched as well. I watched and read a lot of these, what we call 武侠小说. So it's like those cultivation, Murim, immortals, martial arts thing. Yeah, and then I was like, you know, I learned martial arts as well. A period of time before I had to retire at the age of 16 because my ligaments were not good and yeah, I couldn't represent my country for the international stage, even though I trained for 10 years. But anyways, that's the story of, yeah, I want to put a lot of dreams on this girl here. So this girl is kind of like me. In a sense, yeah. I started this on a whim and then I was cutting up onions so much at chapter 25, which is this chapter. Hold on, let me show you. Ta-da! Look at these words. In Asia, if your parents ever tell you this, they are definitely new generation parents because the generation of parents that I had never said this. You will never hear your parents tell you that they love you. Never. No words of affirmation. None so whatever. If they have, it's words of abuse and they call it tough love. Literally. You'll never hear this. But yeah, so I wanted to give Auntie like all the things that I could not get as a child. Yeah, and by the way, Auntie over here is literally the name that is in chapter 1. So to be safe. Basically safe and happy. So this is... Oh yeah, I haven't showed you guys this. Yeah, so these are all the things that I'm planning on. Look at this shit. Anyways, this is the thing that once upon a time, I was trying to be a physician. But then, I realized that you had to learn Chinese for this thing. And I am just terrible at Mandarin, even though it's supposed to be in my mother tongue. So I gave up, but I read the English version of this. Nowadays, you still have to take the exams, but it's not in English. So I'm not doing that. My friend is though, because she's good at Chinese and she's learning it. But anyways. 叫安吉. So 安吉, ji as in like prosperous, or in this case it's like happiness. And then an as in safety. So safe and happy. And Zhao is her surname. So So 叫安吉. So I hope you guys know that this is 安吉. And then I realized I made a typo somewhere here because I mixed up Chen Tao and I also mixed up Zhang Mo. So if you want like the pronunciation, this is Zhang Yi. Yi as in duty. This is Zhang Mo. Mo as in strategy. This is Xiaoyin. I didn't find the Chinese characters here, but yeah. And then this is Chen Zhong. Zhong as in loyal. And this is Chen Tao. Chen Tao. I think it's Tao. I can't remember what this character is for. Yeah, I found it and I forgot to write it and I'm too lazy to find it again. Use ChatGPT, by the way, guys. If you really want to create names and all these things, ChatGPT is your best friend. So this is Zhao Mingfeng. Ming as in like smart, and then Feng as in like the wind, so he's fast. Anyway, so basically he's free-spirited, and then the Rainbow Alliance literally translates to 彩虹会. And then this barbaric alliance thing is 匈奴会. So xiong as in xiongnu. So xiongnu is literally, okay, for those of you who watch the wuxia, especially the Condor Hero, so you will know that there is two countries. There is the Huns, and then there are those from like the grasslands. So we call those Chinese people like those common day known as Beijing. In the past, it is sometimes known as Chang'an, which is the capital of China itself. So the Chinese emperor and the people there, they are known as the Central Plains people. And then they have the grassland people that I think they call it the Mongols or the Huns. So it depends. And then those people are what they call the barbarians, which actually they're not barbarians. So it's like Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan is a very big name on those kind of shows. They may be fictional, but you know, historical accuracy is not the point. This is Eastern fantasy. It's like fantasy cultivation, but you know that a lot of things overlap. So it's based on concepts and you can create your own. Right? So it's kind of similar over here. I haven't decided the enemies yet, but just to give a little bit backstory here. And this one is Wan Ting. So it's supposed to be two different like words here. Wan Ting. Oops, wrong side. Wan Ting. And then after that, when I join it together, because this is supposed to be her given name. This is her husband's surname. So when I put it like this, I hate it when the autocorrect just tells me this is supposed to be a small w and behind you have to put a continuous verb because wanting to do something. It's not wanting, it's wanting. Son of a... Anyways. And because normally in Chinese families, I don't know about tradition for sons, but for daughters, a lot of them, they will share like a similar name to their mothers. Like all the girls in the family, they will start with the same name and then the behind part will be different, or like the behind part is the same. So anyways, this is Rui Ting. So we have Wan Ting and we have Rui Ting. It's literally the same character for Ting. And then we have this. This is Zhao Ming Sheng. I think this is Sheng. I can't remember. But anyways, basically it's bright. And then this is Yi Hao. So you can see that this Yi also means duty. It's the same Yi as Zhang Yi. And then this one is our main character, the cutie pie, Zhao Anji. And then we have this. The name of the maid is called Li Zi, which actually translates to chestnut. It's so cute. I was like, chestnut. But I wanted to write chestnut, and I was thinking about it. It's like, if I mix the names English and Chinese, you guys will be confused. Like, chestnut is a name. Wan Ting is also a name. So I decided to stick with this. Actually, it was like supposed to be or ah in front, because those are like nicknames for maids, right? So it's like Ah Yan, Ah Ting, those anything with ah in front, it's gonna be like a nickname. So when I was younger, because my Chinese name, the last character is Wen, I changed it twice. So like the initial character of Wen and the current Wen is not the same, but anyways, it's sound the same, not the same word, but people put ah in front. So I was called Awen. Yep, literally Awen. That was what my babysitter called me. So yeah, we call it Xiaoming, which is similar to like a nickname. Yep, it's only used with family. So yeah, anyways, or it's like one you know, anything with behind is like chan in Japanese, like kun, chan, san. It's a suffix. And then this is a heqiu. So I was thinking of either her or her, but I think her is a more common surname. It's like her as in end. You know, that's the character for end. I can't type it out right now. It's like a mu, and then after that, or is it qiao zi, and then it's a ko at the side. But anyways, this is He Qiu. So he's a family physician. He has like a very interesting side story actually. But I didn't write it in. I had no time to write it. I have no entry for this to write it in, so it's okay. But anyways, and then the other sect, this one is Liu Yanxia. So Yanxia, xia is actually kind of like frost, so it's kind of contradictory in a sense. Yan is fire, can you see this? And then xia is like frost, so it's like a fire and ice. Yeah, I don't know why I did this, but this is like a foreshadowing. This is her aunt, who is the previous leader of it. So this is Liu Guiya. Gui as in Gui Fei, you know. So Gui Fei, it's a royal consort. Gui Fei Niang Yang is noble royal consort. It's like the concubine, the most beloved concubine, Wang Gui Fei, you know, Gui Fei. I used that Gui in here. So this is like foreshadowing. And then this is a random character that I just put in. So this is Cao Yizhen. But I didn't find the characters for it. I just put the name there. And then this is our little auntie's first shifu. This is Yanping. So Yanping is going to be the first supreme cultivator person, but she's not going to be like extremely up there. So she's not going to ascend to heaven and disappear. So it's going to be a while. You'll still see her. And then Vermilion Bird. So this is the troublemaker, right? She's the one who started gambling. This is Hong Yinyang. So Hong, initially I was trying to make this like a color, but I realized that this name Hong is more common than the color Hong. And she wears mostly red. We call it qipao, or rather cheongsam. But like in the olden days, not so the slit is actually in front. I'm just gonna say the slit of the cloth normally in olden days is in the front and the center because you cover it with two cloths, right? But for her case, she modified this. So it's similar to a robe, but the sides are slit, and she refuses to wear pants. So it kind of looks similar to your qipao with a very long side slit. So Hong Yinyang, Niang as in literally Niang with like olden day mother. Nian as in 想念, as in remember. So remember mother. I don't know why I gave her this name, but Nian Yang. She has like an interesting backstory as well. A harem of husband, 3 miscarriages, no children. So it's a dysfunctional lady, powerful, but not happy, and yeah, a lot of trauma. And then this is Yu Jiang. Yu Jiang is actually just a random character, but so I don't have the name here, but I did introduce her, so I had to write it down. And I remember very long ago, there was this Chinese drama that I watched. I don't remember what the name is, but there was this cross-dressing girl that impersonated her teacher or something. So they used needles and threads to fight, and they were like supposed to be very powerful. But the imitation of this student cross-dressed as a man didn't actually master it fully. So the threads that she used were much thicker, but her fingers were much thinner and more brittle. So when she fought against her teacher on a boat back then, her teacher won, even though her thread were like, you know, super thin. It's not like your shoelace kind of thick, but yeah, she won. Basically, it was steel threads or something. It's as hard as steel. So I got that idea and I implemented it here. Of course, the fight scene and style of that one was a little bit different from this because it's so explosive. The needles basically explode, and there is a Chinese torture. Right, so you put wood between your fingers, and the wood is actually laced up with string, and when you pull it, it will crush your fingers. It's called a finger crusher. So there was that, and it's similar to how these threads work in that movie that I don't remember anymore. It's Wuxia. But anyways, I took the idea because it was so interesting. It's like, have you ever seen people fight with needles and threads? Like they say, embroidery are for women, you should be afraid. So this is it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, to a certain point whereby I wonder, because there are like Wuxia doctors who use silver needles for acupuncture to fight. So they are like hidden weapons. It's pretty cool. Eventually I'll use this. And this over here is by Bing, AI creator, image creator. It's by Bing, by the way. Bing made such a quality thing. It's very close to what I assume. This is Bai Dajin. So Bai Dajin is actually, basically, he is like a martial artist more than a cultivator, which is a very interesting character. So he is known as the strongest man alive. Just his body. He is like, you know, the epitome of body only. He's like cultivation. What cultivation? He has reached. He's like the Guy Lee of, or Rock Lee of Naruto, but in Murim Princess. And then this is Weijie. So it's not exactly how he looks like here. I don't know why, but this is kind of like the best. And also the swords are wrong. I said sabers. Sabers don't look like that. I know that because I actually used it before. I'm talking about Dao, you know? I'm not talking about Changjian. This looks kind of like long sword. This is like Changjian. I want sabers, like real sabers. The front, the top should be flat. And then there's only one side that curves down. It's kind of like a gigantic kitchen knife. Yeah, it's supposed to be that way, and it's supposed to. Yeah, anyways, yeah, I don't question the AI, but I will take it, I guess. I don't know how to upload all these on Inkstone because they have a new feature that allows you to upload character profiles, and I was like, I don't know anything. But anyways, the Barbaric Arts Alliance is one of them, and then after that, the Zodiac is another of them, but they haven't actually gotten there. That's like season 2 stuff. I'm still laying the foundation in season 1. Look at the freaking world building. So this one, I think I published. This one as well, I think I published. This one coming up. So this is, I'm gonna change some of this thing here. Yeah, but this is the basics of it. So I'm still referring to it and stuff like that. This is spoiler coming up. This one over here is what I'm currently writing alongside this thing here, the 5 elements, and then you have the 4 books and 5 classics, which I have to go through. Okay, I don't have those books. It's not translated to English, so I have to go find them online, and I can't find them, so I asked ChatGPT to give me a few quotes, and I summarize from there. And then the 5 elements is what I'm currently doing. So actually, this is really interesting because it is not only used in traditional medicine, it is also used in fortune telling and also used in martial arts, in case you didn't know. Ta-da! Martial arts. So this is actually one thing. For example, the one that I was learning was the 42-step Tai Chi Chuan. This is the competition stage thing, right? So this is soft, this is flexible, this is using your CG, your center of gravity, to pull your opponents over while remaining in your space. That's why this is like the very basic of martial arts, yin and yang. So you counter without offending or extending yourself overly. And then fire, this one, explosive power. This is kind of like Nanquan, Nangun. Anything that is northern style. If I'm not wrong, Nan is north. Or is it south? I think it's north. So it's like the barbaric arts kind of alliance thing that I'm talking about here. It's like the one you go to a gym and then you power lift. It's like boxing. Yeah, you have to have big muscles, big guns to actually pull this off. And then earth, on the other hand, this is something a little bit more, it's closer to karate. So in some ways, this is also like the 八卦掌, which is the 8 trigram palm, which I have written over here. I'll just open it on the side. Ta-da! Okay, I'll explain this a little bit later because it's part of my thing. Nan is south. Okay, thank you. Bei is north. Oh my god, I keep on mixing that up. And it's very funny because I learned that there are 3 kinds of melons for directions, but there is not one for... Wait, is it? No, wait, 西瓜 is watermelon. And then... Nangua is pumpkin, if I'm not wrong. And then... There is no 北瓜. 东南, 南瓜, 东南, 东瓜 is winter melon. I'm so confused. I learned Chinese. I don't remember them. I'm so embarrassed. 10 years of my life with the education here. And I don't remember my mother tongue. Right. Yes. Nan is south. Okay, so why is the south explosive? I don't know why, but when I learned that, they were like, Nanquan is not for girls, they said. Because you don't have muscles. I'm like, yeah, that's true. So I learned the flexible style here. And then this one is 八卦掌. This is the one that you go to a garden and you see all the old people doing these steps, yeah. So this is the 64 What is that? In Naruto, there is also something similar to this. It's the one that Neji and Hinata uses. If I remember correctly, it's the same one that Neji, the soft palm they call it, right? And then they have the Byakugan when their eyes turn into a muscle veins and then they see stuff. Yeah, that's the one, that's the one. And then for metal over here, okay, metal is basically, it's sharp. Okay, so basically it's about preciseness. Not really about speed, but it's about preciseness. Also, if you're wondering why there is no air over here, it's because the Chinese 5 elements, they group air together with wood because of flexibility. Yeah, it's not underwater actually. It's under wood. For some reason, I don't know why, but it is what it is. And then this one over here. So for example, this is the 形意拳, which is splitting fist, or you know, a lot of other things can actually come into here. So if you go and see all the wuxia techniques, there are anything that is sharp and fast, and yeah, those are here. And then there is water as well, but water is a little bit more okay. 太极拳, they're both water and wood, but I would like to say that, oops, what is this? Okay, I'm gonna ignore this for a while, right? I like to say that water is a little bit more like adapting to it. So 太极拳, yes, the water part is when you flow with the movements, it's soft and you do not attack. So this is more like a defense that cannot be broken. But this part of 太极拳, okay, the flexibility and expansion, this is when you have a space that you are in charge of. So it's both ways, but I won't say it's it's one element. Okay, you gotta know this thing here that I researched for quite a while is actually interrelated. That's what I'm trying to write in here, 五行. So it's like the 5 elements. I have to explain a little bit in here, but I want to make sure that the people who have not read Eastern fantasy or know anything about Chinese theories would be able to get like the basics of it. So I read that there are two different kinds of relationship. So generation over here and support over here are 2 different things. So they use generation and support like that, but it's not as what you think. The one that goes around in a clockwise direction over here is literally what they mean by I fuel you. For example, the heart will fuel the spleen. If the heart is strong, it supports the spleen when it's down. But if the kidney is down, it will become a burden to the heart. That's what it means. So there is like a push and pull factor. Yeah, it's a very complicated system here, which I don't quite get, because if you look into this thing, under here is not just heart, there's also a small intestine, and then it's represented by the element of fire, and then there is heat, and then there is an emotion, the 5 emotions thing. So it's laughing, it's represented by the color red, and then there is bitter as the 5 taste, and then it's represented by a direction, it's south. Even though there are only like 4 directions, there are 5 elements, they managed to do this. And then there is a time of the hour, which I have to go and Google because I don't remember what hour it is. There are like 12 different times in ancient China with all different names based on zodiac or something. And then 一个时辰, they call it 时辰. It's not an hour. 时辰 is like the measurement of a time based on that zodiac thing. And it's 2 hours and not 1 hour. So they have 12 of these 时辰 blocks. So they literally have 12 sections of, I don't know how to explain this, man. And they measure it by an incense stick, and an incense stick is actually 2 hours long, not 1. So half an incense stick is literally 1 hour. I don't know, man. Time is weird in there. Yeah, this whole thing, I'm just like, help. And then the seasons are here as well. I'm like, oh god, I am trying my best, but I am not doing so well. But yes, so there's an integration of all these things. I'm just like, oh, and which is why I have not read the I Ching. Okay, the I Ching is actually for feng shui. I thought it was for feng shui because they have this really weird wooden compass thing with all these 64 things, but apparently you can use this for martial arts as well and become like the ultimate defense. By the way, this 八卦 is also used as a military defense technique. It is used as a formation. I can't remember which show it is. I don't think it's Zhuge Liang, but I don't think it's Sun Tzu, but it is something that makes a lot of sense actually. With a small formation that you can use using this, reading the atmosphere, but the elements that they derive is using these 5 elements. And it's kind of weird because you have things like heaven. Heaven is not tangible, but it is a thing. And then they have earth, thunder, wind, and wood is the same thing here. And then they have water, they have fire, they have mountain, they have lake. Yeah, I don't know why they have water and they have lake at the same time when they put wood and wind at the same place. So it's complicated, I guess. I never learned fortune telling or palmistry, so I don't know my I Ching. So I Ching is also the book that tells you if you have a mole on the left elbow, you are someone who likes to travel, something like that. I've never gotten to that because I didn't think it was going to be, it's not scientifically proven, so I am not that kind of person. Anyways, there is this as well. I was like, okay, what is the 秘籍 called? Because I watched those Chinese 武侠小说 in Mandarin and I read the English subtitles, but then it's not always the best, and sometimes it's in Cantonese or it's in like, some other languages that they dub it over, and I'm just like, okay, this doesn't sound right. And then I learned the wrong thing, so I was like, what is the 秘籍 called? So it's like 籍, And then I was like, okay, I need to find out what is it called. So not all of them are 秘籍. There are different kinds of books as well. So they are literally called manuals. Yes, it's the same kind of manuals that you go to IKEA and then you have to DIY and assemble your own furniture. The one that tells you step 1, find screw A5. And then you go to the pack and like, which one's A5? There are like 40 of you. Yep, it's a manual. It's still a manual. Yeah, I don't know how this is, but anyways, there are a couple of them. So this is like the basic one, right? So I was looking for something basic. So it literally translates to martial arts manual, 武术手册. And I was like, okay, so it's 手册. I'm like, okay, what is this? And then there's like a fist manual, and it's like 全谱. I was like, okay, 册 is a book, and 谱 is also a book, and then this is also 谱. And then suddenly you have like a 秘籍. It's 籍 as in technique, if I'm not wrong. I was like, okay. And then these literally, they take away the 功法. And now it's no longer secrets technique. It just becomes 秘籍. It's just a secret manual. I was like, what is the difference between this and this? ChatGPT, send help. But no. Because ChatGPT, I'm using the free one. So it's like, what? Version 3.5? It's not version 4. So I don't think there is a lot of culturally translated text that ChatGPT can help with. I'm only recalling from memory and taking what I think fits, so it's not going to be historically accurate or culturally accurate. It's a Destiny Aitsuji interpreted accurate form. But anyways, yeah, this is what I'm doing so far. And then we went to see The Office. Remember I said I was gonna see The Office? Yeah, I did say that today we're going for viewing. So we went for viewing and we went to the wrong location because I don't know what the hell is wrong with that person, but I literally asked them. I was like, where is the location of this office? Can you give me an address? Ignored me 3 times. I asked 3 times, okay? So I was like, okay, we're gonna go there. And then we went to like the wrong building, in the wrong direction, in the wrong location because they said Beast Hub. There were freaking so many Beast Hubs in the area, and I was like, okay, every single one of this is a Beast Hub. Give me the postal code. Because I went to the wrong building, the passcode didn't work, and then I took a picture, I even took a video, they refused to call. It was just BS. And my brother had the attitude to tell me that, people have the right to be an asshole. Because he is an asshole, so assholes supporting assholes. I'm like, the price is a price, the service is a service, the product is a product, and the attitude is the attitude. I don't call bullshit for no reason. I have the right to complain because this is non-acceptable service standards, no matter how cheap the office is. And then when we went there, it literally is cheap in terms of quality as well. So we went there, I was expecting, like, according to the photos, it's very well finished, right? It's very well kept. The floor was rotting. There was mold on the wall and mold on the ceiling. The paint job was coming off. The toilet was disgusting. And the location was in a heavy industrial building. And I was like, if this is going to be my office, even though it's well soundproof from the outside that I can't hear the pounding of the drills and the cranes moving, if this is gonna be my office where I have to come every day and smell gasoline and paint on my way into the building with no place to park the bicycle except for on the dirt, and if it rains, the tires are gonna get stuck. If this is gonna be the place that I'm gonna work and write for like the longest time, plus I have to furnish it, and I might have to redo the office itself because the paint and the mold, and it's literally mold. It's like the yellow mold on the wall. I don't know why it's in such a condition. The carpets were rusted. I was like, okay, it's an empty room, but still, it's pretty bad condition for $480 a month, not including deposit, right? And I was like, yeah, it's 130 square foot, yes, but at the same time, it's not conducive. So, yeah, my brother and I, after we viewed the place, we left. We went to Burger King, and I think we ordered the seasonal stuff. It was funny though. It's like a banana flavored ice cream. It literally tasted like the banana flavored Minion Tic Tacs that they have previously. But I ordered the affogato. So it was like really funny. It was like an artificial banana sweet ice cream with espresso. A bitter espresso. The espresso was real, but the ice cream flavor was fake. So anyways, I enjoyed that the best of all the things. And then the portobello mushroom was that tender grill. That was great as well. But anyways, we're discussing at Burger King over that. It's always fast food. Like the headquarters for any life decision is always fast food in my life, right? So I was discussing with him. I was like, yeah, even though you are gonna loan me money to do an office rental, but seriously, like this building in this location at this price with this quality and this kind of asshole rental whoever, this is not the agent, this is the owner of the unit if I'm not wrong. And I was like, they are so unbothered. It is rude. So rude. If I had to deal with this and this sub-quality standard that I know they don't care about, because from the looks of all the mold on the wall, I'm not gonna survive. And then I realized that, you know, the house is coming up with my mom in like by the end of this year, which is probably another 6 months. So even if I do not have the money for renovation there, the house is literally ready to move in. So all I need to do is just pack up the PC, pack up the rack, pack up the everything else, maybe get the router and the electricals up within like the first 2 weeks and stuff. I don't need soundproofing yet, although there's an airbase near the place. But I should be able to move my stream setup over there and have better conducive environments compared to an office with mold on the wall. So I guess we are not renting an office, and the stream quality is gonna be somewhat like this, irregular timings and all, because, you know, some people have to work from home and they have a lot of office politics that affects other people. Because my current house, my current room is not my dad's house basically. It is not soundproof, and we are having major constructions downstairs in the area. It's like a town council neighborhood thing. So they are renovating all the lift lobbies of every single apartment block here, and there is like hacking on, like a lot of drilling, a lot of hacking, and I don't know, it's gonna last till the end of the month, and I am barely recovering from being sick. So it is very yeah, I have no idea, but I don't think it's good to continue staying in this room when it, you know, my work desk is here. My bed is just like 2 arm lengths away from me. If I were to work here and I go to bed, I will still think about work. So that is the one thing that my brother was telling me, is like, you have to get out and you have to separate your work from your life, because you have work but no life. And the best part, work with no money. I was like, you are so right. That's the reason why we wanted to get like an office for me, because my mental health has now affected my physical health like really terribly. But anyways, yeah, I decided to continue with Murim Princess at my own pace. So it depends, really, it depends on the situation. Yeah, I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best. Like, look at this. I did my homework. Aren't you proud of me? I did the homework that the school did not assign because the school fucked up as well. My life is a mess. It's fantastic. Yeah, I am coming back to streaming. I just need a little bit more time. I don't know about recording. I probably can't do recording because the whole month they're gonna be hacking, and I can't be like, I'm gonna record this, and then in the background of what you're trying to hear is all the yeah, no, it's not gonna work out. Gaming, maybe. I don't know if you guys can hear anything in the background right now because I put a lot of filters on. I'm hoping that the mic is loud enough. It's like in the orange and red zone, but when I do the playbacks for my live stream, it doesn't seem to be loud enough. And the BGM is, I don't know whether you can hear it. Sometimes you can hear it, sometimes you can't. I put a ducking over it, so I hope this works. If anything goes wrong with the sound, please just let me know. Especially with the games. Oh my god, the games. The output audio of games. I don't know if it's good to put auto ducking on that as well. I did put ducking, so yeah. Anyways, I will get to writing. If you have any questions about WSA or writing, or about the books, or about my streaming activities, or like anything else, please just let me know. I have my mic on for a reason, okay? Don't be afraid. Nah, I don't know how to make the speakers work. Oh my god. Okay, hold. Yeah, maybe I can't make the speakers work. It's fine. I can write without music. It's fine. I've recently been doing that because I realized that I'm addicted kind of to music and I need to stop. Oh shoots, I closed the wrong shit. Okay, I hope that the rest of the afternoon will be productive. I had affogato. It's like 1 shot of espresso and a lot of sugar with banana ice cream. It should be good. Yeah, I'm gonna turn up the music. Where is it? Okay, hopefully this works. What is the function of a lever? ChatGPT, what does a lever do? Yo, so many things. Hold up. Okay, according to ChatGPT, the lever is actually crucial for maintaining metabolism, detoxification. I think this one is more important. This is like the main function. Bile production, storage, synthesis of blood proteins. I don't know what the hell is blood proteins, but okay. Oh, for clotting factors. I see. And then immune functions, hormone regulations, conversion of ammonia, which is your farts apparently, and cholesterol and lipoprotein management. What the hell is a lipoprotein thing? Huh? Lipids. Why does that sound familiar? Oh my god, I didn't study biology and now I'm regretting my choices. I studied history instead. Damn it. Lipoprotein. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick one here. Probably detoxification. Because I know if you drink too much alcohol, you will have a broken liver. Hello, Ken Bush. I am still coughing, but I am trying to finish some sneak peeks for Murim Cultivator and trying to, I don't know, get 100 collections. It's at 55 right now. But yes, so yeah, I was sharing earlier that I went to see the office and I decided against it because TLDR office was in bad condition. But I have to find a different way. So streams will still continue. I'm coming back to streaming slowly, but I'm trying to ease myself into the schedule because there is a month-long construction renovation project going on in the neighborhood, which means there's gonna be a lot of noises. So I cannot stream on those days until the end of month. I'm still working on it, the schedule actually. As well as the collabs. I want to do a lot of collabs with a lot of people, but at the same time, people are busy. So that's that. I am still sick, yes. And I figured out I was trying to clear out my Steam, you know, the list of games. I have so many games. And then when you have too many choices, sometimes you get paralyzed and then you don't know where to start. So that's theirs. I'm just gonna finish this chapter and then I will end it, the stream. But I will still continue writing and editing. And I did a lot of research. Look at this. Medical research. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, cough is still acting. It's the ENT virus that I had, remember? And then it relapsed. So it's gonna take a while. The schedule, yeah, I technically don't have a schedule in this sense, but there's a lot of things every day. I have something that I must do, and this is just taking up time. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to. Today was the office viewing, and tomorrow I'm gonna meet up a friend who came back from Australia, and then I have a makeup class on like Monday for like the tuition kit and stuff like that. And then my school assignment, I'm pressuring them to give it to me by the 25th. And by the 25th as well, I think the last art for Time Cross Academy's first book for the anthologies will be ready. So I have to compile everything within 5 days to launch it by June because June is Pride Month and that's BL. So I have to get that out first. And then there is the Privileged Tears in June coming up for Murim Princess in... Yeah, there are like 30 chapters. I don't know how I'm gonna do all that. But yeah, I'm still preparing for like a 3 chapter or maybe 5 chapter mass release for Murim Princess the moment I hit 100 collections. Which I don't know when, but I definitely hit like 10,000 views. Quicker than I assumed. It's gonna be like 2 weeks. 10,000 views. Like, it's so quick. There was no like promotion or spread of word or marketing or anything. It just happened. So I'm pretty hyped. Not EMP, ENT. Ear, nose and throat. Annoying virus. Yeah, you're right. It is annoying. So the lungs are affected, but the ears are also affected. So it's like the throat is affected, and then you know it goes up to your ear canals, and that's affected as well. That's why I'm not recording, because if I were to try and project a different kind of voice, it's going to hurt. And my voice is not very... I cannot use my streamer voice. I have to talk in like a semi-normal voice, which kind of sounds like that. It's very nasal, because if I try to project it in a different way, it's going to hurt me and it's going to trigger like a train of cough that will not stop. Okay, roughly done. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this afternoon. All my chapters are below 1,500 words, as you can see. So it's about 1,003, 1,004. It's usually about this length. And yes, so it'll be coming out soon. I don't know how soon because it depends on the schedule and how fast I hit 100 collections. But thank you for the support and thank you for joining this very impromptu stream. I will try to bring back the series whereby I do the reading. I will try. I'll find days that they are not like too noisy out there, and then I'll resume reading Inkheart when I find my stream voice back. That doesn't hurt my throat completely. If not, you'll be hearing this kind of voice during the whole stream, which is kind of annoying in my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about my voice. If you don't mind this squeaky voice, then I will try to do a stream or like record it when it's not too noisy. But other than that, I will see you on the third channel for gaming next week. That's all for today. Thank you for joining. Have a great afternoon, have a great weekend. I'm busy, but I hope you guys will not be too busy. Rest well, hydrate a lot, take care of yourself, wear a mask, hydrate, and then after that, yeah, sleep a lot. That's all for today. I will see you guys again. Thank you and bye bye.